Hello everybody, today I have a review on this scale 118 Porsche Carrera GT made by Maisto. Now this is a very nice model made by Maisto, especially since it's one of their older models. And for the money it's pretty good, pretty respectable. Now mine, I've done some things that are a little bit different from everyone else's. Well, unless you've done the things that I've done to them. So let's jump right into it. So we'll start off with the front here. See, the headlights look very nice. Let's see if I can get that to focus. Here we go. So you got a little turn hazard down here, turn signal down there, and the actual headlights themselves. There doesn't appear to be a peg in them, so that looks very nice. And then same thing over here. Have the Porsche logo right here put on nicely. And we also have the fog lights down here. So there does not appear to be a peg at all. Textured front grille, and then the Porsche license plate as well. You have your windshield wiper up here, wipers. And moving on to the side, have another turn signal over here, and this is where the first modification comes in that I've done. I painted well, actually technically Sharpied the wheels black, and I think it looks pretty darn good in my opinion, better than the silver that it came in. But you can still see a little bit of the silver like along the edges, but I definitely like it. And I did get a little bit on the caliber, but the caliber doesn't spin with the wheel itself. You got the Porsche logo in the center there, nicely put on. I painted these, Sharpied these handles black. These were originally silver. So like a silver chrome. And these wheels again, I Sharpied in black. On the rear, focus, I blackened out the taillights with a Sharpie again, and I think it doesn't look half that bad in my opinion. And it is a plastic piece for the taillights. I mean, this one over here is a little bit loose. This one's not. Well, I don't know. They're probably just as loose, but they aren't going to come out unless you take it apart. And I have the license plate put as Porsche right there. And we have the exhaust tips right here, and they are black, so that's very nice. And then this is textured all along here. Very nice. And then the spoiler does come up just a little bit though, which I think is a nice little touch, especially for an older model made by Maisto. That's really cool. You do get full suspension throughout the model. Okay. Now all of the doors do open. This one's kind of not staying open anymore, but the trunk also. Come on, there we go. Does come open. Okay, so under the trunk here, not a whole lot. It is just one plastic piece. Let me get a flashlight in there and see better. You have some depth in there. You could, you know, not too much. I did put this little dot right there. I did put silver Sharpie on that, so that will be black when you get yours. So yeah, just not too much to see under there. Let's see. This piece right here for the windshield, that is one. It is a piece of plastic and it is kind of loose, so just be very careful of that it doesn't come off. And then I did one day, unfortunately, I opened the trunk, I mean the engine bay, up a little bit too much, and this piece right here is plastic and it did crack it. So just be careful with that. Don't open it too much. And you can see the engine a little bit through here. Looks very nice. And this piece, which is not textured but still looks pretty darn good. You can see through it a little bit. And then you have this little connecting piece right here. I'm not quite sure what that's called. But if we open under the hood here, I'll use this as like a little prop. I can, yeah, that's good enough. Okay, so I'm gonna take this off the tripod for a second just to show you guys. Very nice detail under here. This is probably where your money is definitely worth. See, they put a couple springs in there, but those are not suspension springs at all. So that is pretty cool, and just overall nice detail under the hood. I mean, it's not one big plastic piece like their typical cars are. And then so you got the Porsche logo right here, and also down there in red. I don't know if you can see it, but yeah, very nicely detailed. And I believe, I'm not sure quite sure what all this is supposed to be over here, but I believe it's like for a jack or something. I think, I'm not quite sure, but that's very nice. This is where your money is definitely worth on this model, is right here under the hood. I'll put this back on the tripod and close this up. And I also forgot to mention the severe diffuser right here. Looks very nice. And the gas cap right here is chrome. Very good. And let's see the interior, so I can get some good interior shots since it is a convertible. So we have the steering wheel here, and it does move with the wheels. And we have the 3 pedals down there for your clutch, brake, and gas. And the center console here is pretty darn good. I mean, everything is detailed, everything is colored in. It's very nice. And then even the shifter has the indicators for what gear you're in: first, second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth. And it just looks, which Maisto does not do. Usually they just put the stick in and keep the silver top, but this one they actually put in, I don't know if you can see it, but they actually did put in the indicators for what gear you're in. So that is very nice. and you have your hazard button right there. And I think they did a good job on this interior too. And then over here, we have the dashboard right here. This is piece in silver. Dash is in black. Let's see, these seats are pretty good. Nicely done. And then they do move back a little bit, but I wouldn't tug on them too much. But yeah, very nicely done for the seats. And the little seat belt right here, which typical Maisto isn't too detailed, but it's there. And what else? And then down here to underneath the console, I can't zoom in anymore, but I'll get my flashlight in there for you. Can see that there is even like a little bit of detail down there for, I'm not sure what that is, but I assume it might be like a ashtray or something. I'm not 100% sure, but it's there, and nice attention to detail on this model. And the little buttons right here, more dials, and then your key fob right there. You got your turn indicators there, and typical Maisto, you have just one sticker for the speedometer. So close that up. That is it for the interior. And then underneath. Alright, sorry about that. My camera stops recording sometimes after a certain amount of time that you're recording for. So anyway, I was at the underneath. Not too bad. It is textured, not too much to see. Porsche Carrera GT, scale 118, Maisto. They give their website. So I think that is going to wrap it up for today's review on the scale 118 Porsche Carrera GT made by Maisto. I believe you can get these, you could probably get these on Amazon. I don't know how much. I assume probably like 50 bucks, under 50 bucks. And then probably on Diecast Mountain Wholesale as well. I'm not quite sure how much you can get them there. But I believe this one I got at Sam's Club for like 13 bucks when they were still open around here, and there's no more left. So that's going to conclude it for today's review. And then also one other announcement I want to make, kind of the new trend that Exotic Diecast started, is that I am on Snups. You can see Diecast Car Boss right here. I have my full collection on here if you would like to check that out. Yeah, pretty cool app to see everyone's collection, and I definitely dig it. It's a very cool app, and I have my collection on there. I'll be updating it when I get new models and whatnot. So very cool app in my opinion. So yeah, thank you guys for watching this review, and check me out on Snups, and I will see you in the next video. Take care.